Time it starts, I have to start counting because I did it like once, and now that's where mine goes. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you are all doing well. I hope you, my friends, are doing well. You'll notice we have one additional friend, one new friend that I'm so excited who is here. So how about we just kind of start with a little introduction for you. So like, who are you? We'll get into like who you're playing fairly soon, but just like, who are you?
Okay, hello, my name's Roz. I'm in the Air Force. I'm not a super cool artist like all these other people you get to meet, but I love all the art and the games, and I'm really excited to be here and start a new campaign. I played Final Fantasy is one of the first games I played. I actually started on 8 and then had to go backwards because reasons, and then forward. So really excited to see, the bounds of this world and what we're gonna do.
And we are super excited to have you. But because I am, as always, impatient, how about we just kind of jump right on in?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So Firacon, it's been a while, a few years since you've last been back to Port Temporea, but you did spend a good like 4 years here. This is where it was your home for a while. You got away from the volcanoes and you came to this new town with these new fascinating things, and you decided you were going to learn to commune with the elements. Not everyone was excited about that, but not everyone's excited about everything anyway. So you had to do. Um, you graduated and you come back because you are one of the few who have been invited to participate in the renowned Trahggeim. It is a big honor, but more importantly, it's just fun. You're hunting a Trask. However, even though the Trahggeim is not for 2 days, you decide to show up a little early because you have a close friend, a Rogadim named Trahggeim, who you're excited to see. And you figure, let me just come early, hang out with them. I know how the dorms work. I know how the coffee is. The coffee's bad, but it's technically coffee in the technical sense of what coffee is. We'll make it work. And so you search around, and it turns out that Trahggeim is actually not here. Trahggeim's on a adventure, a quest, a field trip with the Black Mage trainer Rachel. You actually are fairly familiar with the Black Mage trainer, as she is well aware of like elemental like magic. She doesn't channel the same way you do, but she was cool peeps. There was a little bit of a weirdness there. Like you always thought she was a little too nice, or she was hiding something, but I don't know. She was always like she actually always seemed friendly. And so you maneuvered your way to the teleportation circle, and you were allowed to teleport down to a small, kind of coldish town, like half an inch of snow on the ground. And you looked around.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not fun. No one really likes it. But you're just like, I'm just here for Trahggeim. I'm just gonna power through. And pretty quickly, you're like, you ask around, has anyone seen a Rogadin? Most Rogadins are either from the sea or in the volcano, so they really stand out here. And very quickly, you find out, yeah, there was a Rogadin and a few other people in the forest. And so you're like, maybe the forest is warmer than here. Let's go that way. You arrive to see a person who looks like Trahggeim on her knees, right arm out, and you're a bunch like, "Hey, Trahggeim!" As you see right in front of her, someone wielding a very decorative sword come down with that sword and chop off the right arm. At which
Is it
point,
seen on me now?
yeah. Now we're in play as you watch the man walk away with a
There's no walking away. Trahggeim! I'm gonna book it. Boom, 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 boom.
Around Trahggeim is no, because you're hiding. There is this woman. I would like you to roll me a history check, if you would.
History check. Okay. How do I do that?
So on your sheet, if you press like square or space, you should open your sheet. Under
You go to the sheet? Okay.
Yeah. On the left side, on the red history.
Okay. Apologies. I'm usually like a goblin, clack, clack, like dice everywhere kind of a person. So I'm excited to learn more about Astral.
No worries.
Right. History. That's in intelligence.
Intelligence, yeah.
Right.
Super small. 14.
Clicked it. Didn't work.
Yeah.
All right.
So you've definitely heard of this person. You've never actually met her. She's this nun, but her name is Sister Frida. She's a nun who has been working with a group of orphans up in the far north. This is probably why you haven't actually met her, because if you think this is cold, it is frigid, essentially Arctic, where she is from. But people seem to like her. She seems very nice. You have heard a few things, like she's been working with those orphans for 30, 40 something years, and she doesn't look like she's been working with orphans for 30 or 40 something years. She looked like she may be 30 or 40 something. So that's a little off, but she's here. You also see Trahggeim, and there's these like black veins slowly creeping up her face, and when they get to her eyes just kind of flit out of existence.
Told you to move to the mountain years ago. This wouldn't happen if you stayed out here. I'm gonna put my attention. I acknowledge the person who I get from realization, like, oh, okay, I see you. Trahggeim's more important, and I'm gonna run to Trahggeim when I see the vein things.
The person I was also gonna run to Trahggeim, and she's gonna start casting a spell that you're familiar with, even though you don't know it. A Cure Wounds.
Oh, okay. So it's not hostile, then that's cool. I won't deck her.
Yeah, yeah, it is a healing spell. And you hear like, oh my god,
Okay,
are you okay? Do you need Celine? I could get Celine. I probably can't get. I could get Aos for you.
Am I coherent at all?
Sure.
Like, I'm like unconscious, right?
You can hear things, but you can't control your body. You do feel like you're being pulled in a direction.
Okay. I would think, therefore I don't know if my body would say it, but I'm like, wow, that hurt a lot less than I expected it to.
Uo, what are you doing?
Well, once Duchambeau has made his exit, I will have already begun writing down observations, and will give some birth to this newcomer, and begin my initial sketches of the body. And is the arm still there, or did Duchambeau take that?
Arm is still there.
Perfect. I will, of course, retrieve the arm and examine the arm, take some measurements.
So then, Fira, as you're like...
If some stranger walks out of the trees and grabs the arm, I feel like I'm probably going to interfere.
Some small child with horns walks out and starts like picking up the arm, examining it, and like sketching it. As
no, child! Where is your mommy? This is not what we do out here. Who do you belong to? Where's your parents?
He gives you
a
really long stare, and he'll kind of sigh a little bit, and he'll say, "I'll have you know that I am a second-year student."
Student, great. Okay. No, this is my friend. I want to take the arm back.
And then the nun is like, wait, no, wait. I'm sorry, we haven't introduced ourselves. Hi, my name is Astrid, and this is my chicken, and she summons this. It definitely has the shape of a chicken, but it looks see-through, like it emanates this like green aura. And she's like, hey, here's Eos. I'd show you Celine, but she's unstable right now. She ate too much coffee, and I think she's shooting. It's a lot, but this is Eos. You can pet her if you like. And this is Uo, and we're all in the same class with Trahggeim.
Okay, so I'll pet the chicken and I'll be like, so you're Trahggeim's friends.
Yes. We're Trahggeim's friends, and we came out here to get Oshambo, but we also wanted to save Trahggeim's professor from being executed, and so we did this, and then a lot of things happened before we were able to.
What has this all come to? You just leave and you come back, and this new generation comes in, and everything's different.
Trahggeim, you're still hearing this, even though you feel like you're being pulled away. Although that pull it's weakening.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
You have actually never died.
Like
But now that
before or like this time?
Oh no, you are absolutely dead right now. But like, it feels natural. Like you no longer really have a connection to your body, and so even though like your friends are right there and they're like sad over you and they're like kind of trying to figure out what's going on, it feels more natural to go in the direction you're being pulled. However, for some reason, that pull is getting weaker, and it's almost like it's starting to like push you back into your body.
Okay.
Fira, how close are you to Trahggeim?
I feel like I'm where his arm, or where the arm was.
True. Okay. So then, Trahggeim, roll me a d20 if you would. Plus your
D20.
strength, yeah.
Plus.
Feel the
9+.
fire of my spirit, Trahggeim. It's there.
Right. Strength. How about I just do a strength check?
Yeah.
That'll probably be easier. On the old dice. 13.
Fira, what's your armor class?
It is. Using for dramatic effects.
There should be some like tense music right here. Da-na-na-na.
Right? It's a 10? How do you calculate AC?
What's your dex? Because you don't have any
Oh,
armor.
my dex is 8. I don't have, yeah.
Yeah, you got.
I'm
got
a big
10.
girl. I don't dex.
Yeah, exactly. So you're there, kind of like holding on to the arm and like making sure, like seeing who these people are, and like they're kind of suspect, but they also like seem to tell the truth. And you look down at Trahggeim as her eyes open suddenly, and she just like shoots up and like headbutts you right in the face.
Oh.
You take
Wait,
2
wrong
bludgeoning.
arm. Oh.
That's fine. I missed you too. I'm gonna come back and
And I look around and I look at Vera and I'm like, oh God, Simon Hell, aren't I?
I feel like Astrid would be like, "Oh my God, I missed you too," and she'll jump in the hug.
And I go to
It's
hug.
fine. We accept you.
Like I lean into the hug like I'm wrapping my right arm around you, except for I don't have a right arm. So it's just kind of awkward. Just kind of like a lean into.
Trahggeim,
Yeah.
you are now not alive. You are in fact undead.
Yay. I'm gonna go with I don't really realize that yet, but she'll get it soon.
Yeah, like you feel like alive, like you can do all the things alive people can do.
I know at the moment that she's gonna realize it, so
Yeah.
I will begin running some diagnostics on Trahggeim, poking and
whoa,
prodding
that
him,
doesn't go there. Whoa, watch the
and
fingers. What are you doing?
sit still, and scribble down some notes as I go about this this assessment.
A medicine check.
Medicine.
So you
Feels
proke
so
and you
funky.
pod and you like feel things, and at some point you're like, when you're alive, like there are things like the entire body does that makes you know you're alive. So like walking, alive people walk, but there's things that parts of the body do that lets you know you're alive. So there's normally this kind of like bump bump with the heartbeat. You're not feeling that bump bump
She
anywhere.
doesn't have a pulse.
Nope, no pulse.
Does she breathe?
I mean, she looks like she's breathing. You got a 21. She looks like she's breathing, but it's probably out of habit at this point. If she were to stop breathing, she'd probably be fine.
Are any of her organs making sounds? Like, is there like gastro sounds happening?
There are, but they're much more reminiscent of sounds when the body is shutting down than normal working sound.
Current diagnosis is mostly dead.
What?
That was the same diagnosis as last week. Where did Duchambeau go?
Oh, he said he was going to fix things.
Okay. I feel weird.
Do you want to hold Eos?
Yes.
She hands you Eos.
And I go to take Eos, and Eos falls through where my hand was supposed to be. Damn it! And I'll pick Eos up with my left hand instead.
Speaking of which,
I heard John do an O.
Oh, I just remembered there's an arm.
You may have it now.
Uo dips his head and flashes a very bright cherubic smile. Wanders a couple of feet away to examine the arm.
Fira, I know something just happened. I feel like there's a gap in between when it happened and now. But I don't remember you being here.
Well, I was coming here for what I was summoned for the academy, decided to pop in and see my best buddy. I know you've been missing me. It's cool. And then I walk in on this. Is this how you spend your time now? Like, is this what we do?
I mean, it wasn't part of our curriculum. No. I learned
that's
that word
good to
while I was
hear.
here, by the way. Curriculum.
Good. Very good.
She looks super proud.
Good. Is somebody saying that Trahggeim doesn't feel good? I'm gonna like put my hand on her face and be like, "You're getting cold. You need fire." Boom, bonfire. Like probably inappropriately close, but like to help.
I'll nudge closer to it. Don't really feel that.
That's weird.
Mostly dead.
Put my arm out to check. What do you mean mostly? She's fine. Look.
I'm assuming I still have like that necrotic vein thing going on coming out from the wound.
Not really. You still have essentially like these scars of the necrotic vein, but like the black pulsing tendrils are
Oh,
gone
they
now.
gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna poke my armhole. This should be bleeding or something, shouldn't it?
Yep.
Wiggle my fingers around in there.
Ugh.
Not good, but
Stop it.
Uo, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is Super Jesus. Let's see here. 23.
It says that on us.
Definitely. You hear the soft footsteps of someone walking up through the brush, through the fallen leaves.
As was foreseen. I'm going to just casually flip through my cards and draw one.
Mm-hmm.
D8, which will give me a 2, which is a. All damage is reduced by a d6. And since Trahggeim is already pretty beat up,
That would have been useful last time.
well, it wasn't in the cards. I will draw a card that is depicts a painting of a boulder and raise it aloft, and Trahggeim's skin becomes slightly hardened, granting some damage reduction. And then I'll calmly turn and face the direction of the source of the sound.
Oh wow, that feels even weirder.
I will say,
What's going on?
They are coming.
My body's going through changes that I don't understand. Who's
We've all
they?
been there, sister.
I'll stand up. Who's they?
It is unclear,
But it was foretold.
but it was foretold. Yes, you are understanding how this works now.
The walking turns to a sprint.
What kind of sprint? Like, is in like a charging samurai kind of sprint, or like a running away from something kind of sprint?
I mean, it's coming towards your group for sure. You can't see them though, whoever it is.
Well, let me put myself right over here with Trahggeim.
And I'll stand up and go to pick up my sword. And then pick it up with my other hand instead. This is going to take some getting used to. Oh, who's going to hold my shield? Eos, hold my shield. And
Eos will like hop over and like try to pick it up with her beak, and it doesn't work, and then she'll like dig
Good
under
chicken. It's a good chicken.
it. She's trying her gosh darndest. She hasn't figured it out yet, but she's putting it. Actually, maybe she did figure it out. I don't know. Oh, natural 20.
What?
So she like
You got a shield chicken.
digs under and like sticks her wings through, and so she can like have the shield on her back.
Oh, that's amazing.
I mean, it'll give her +1 to her AC. Or
No,
does
no,
it give her
she-
total cover?
She essentially acts as a brooch of shield for you,
Love it.
but she cannot do her other Aos things like heal.
Oh, Eos heals? Who knew?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I mean, all we had was Laser Rabbit for the longest time because I was like, no, we don't want to get rid of Laser Rabbit. Right,
That's
totally
what you do.
MVP.
MVP.
Yeah. Trahggeim,
Yeah.
you feel someone like slam into you as if they're tackling you, but they're so slight that they don't push you off. And then you hear her say, "Oh my God, why would you do that?" and then this person
My
gets
eyes
rid of-
aren't working. Oh my god, I lost my arm and my skin feels weird and my eyes aren't working.
and Rachel says, no, it's me, and she dispels the invisibility.
Wait, Rachel or
Rachel, who was hair, and then you were like, no, I'm doing this, and so she was like, okay, but I'm not gonna watch you get like slashed.
thank you, and I'll pat her on the head
And she
and
looks
look
at
at.
you.
I'm gonna look at Uo, because Uo has like the closer relationship with Rachel, and I'm just like, this is so awkward.
And she'll look at you and say, we are never telling Uso about this.
Oh.
Right?
As long as she's okay, that's fine. I'm gonna have to explain probably why I don't have an arm to my teacher, but I fell down the stairs is a good one.
That is perfect. Anything
yeah.
is better than I went with Rachel and then she let somebody chop my arm off.
My
You're
parents
not
are always
telling
talking about having to donate their like organs to science to get me to pay for my college, so maybe I donated my arm to science.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we'll go with that. We
Are
just
you
will.
donating your body to science?
Not right now. I'm gonna step away from Uo.
And then Rich looks around. Vera, is that you? Oh my gosh, how are you
I'm gonna
doing?
give her a big hug, too. Boom! She wasn't ready.
She wasn't right, but she like kind of like after a while like remembers who you are. Oh yeah, and gives you a nice big hug right back.
Rachel!
Like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? I didn't know you were coming.
Yeah, I was trying to surprise Trahggeim, who already had a party apparently. It's the lose the arm party, and now we're all here.
Yeah, she's been keeping me busy, we'll say.
Good, someone needs to keep you on your toes.
Oh, this entire group has been keeping me on my toes, but it's been keeping me young, keeping me excited. You know how it is when you're stuck in a room teaching the same old thing. You have your little experiments, but what do they do?
Yeah, I can see that. And I'm gonna look at Uo and I'll be like, that's a weird one.
I should lean in and be like, did I tell you he tried to look into my spells? We have so much catching up to do.
So much. Let's do it.
As Rachel's talking about her experiments, though, I am going to go pick up my arm and just like hold on to it and not let anyone else have it, because I don't want my arm to be an experiment that Rachel does.
Too late.
Right.
So Rachel's like, maybe we should all head back to the inn, and just kind of take a breath, relax, you know. We need to figure out what's going on with you, because you don't have an arm. I'm only now really putting
That's
together.
true.
That's not supposed to happen.
And Uo, I will say, if you can figure out how to make my arm your familiar, I'm okay with that.
Uo cannot contain the surprise and glee that washes over his face.
Because I know my arm, and my arm is so gonna just get behind him and push him towards battle instead of let him run away. But I'm not gonna tell him that.
Uo is super excited and is frantically writing down his new thesis. Homunculus from arms of almost dead people.
Mostly dead.
Mostly dead, yes.
Mostly that.
Saphira, as we're walking back, what brings you here? You said you had something you came to do?
Yes, we're gonna hang out. I gotta tell you about the family and how, they're doing. Both sides are still fighting. That's cool. So something about Fira is that usually the volcano people don't have the traditional names, but she does because she's very close to her pirate brethren and has very traditional parents. So she's like, oh yeah, this is what's going on, and everybody's still fighting, but we get together once a year, and that's okay. There was less explosions this year than last year, so if you want to come back for the big celebration, I think it'll be better next time. And what is wrong with this school? How have you been doing here? Do you like it? It's very
That's a
different
really
since
good
when I was
question.
here.
I don't know what's wrong with this school. Was it this weird? Like, did you have like people breaking into the museum and stealing all of the artifacts, and then students getting sent to Porta, which apparently is a really bad place to go to? They don't even have coffee there. No, wait. They don't even have cheese there or butter.
What?
Or yeah, it was stupid.
All that sounds pretty bad. Nope, we didn't do any of that.
Hey, but guess what? We've only been here for like 3 weeks, and I'm a second-year student.
That's terrible. Actually, that's pretty bad.
Wait, what?
And Rachel would butt in and be like, they are technically second year, and she'll give you the look.
Okay. Wow. This is wonderful, Trahggeims. Glad to hear you're so successful in 3 weeks.
Yeah, they said that we're like remedial second-year students, and she looks all proud.
I see. Well done. I'm a slap on the shoulder. Well done.
So you make your way back to the inn. And it's the same inn you kind of like spend time with in the beginning of the morning. And Roach is like, you all just hang out in the the tavern area. I'll take care of like your food and your accommodations. You all just take your time.
I'll go sit down. Set my arm on the table.
Rachel will see that and turn like, maybe we should just rent out the entire inn. How much for that? Put it on the Temporea account. Let's just.
We have cost this school so much money. It's amazing.
Well, hey, you're an accelerated second year, so invest in the future.
Let me see. How successful is Rachel in renting out the? Yeah, okay. Rachel's a charismatic professor. And there weren't that many people in here, so she rents out the vast majority. There are 2 people who are like, we don't want to go. We don't mind if our arms on the table. We just want to sleep. So they stay. And you all have access to this inn, essentially for your like party tonight.
I'm gonna go lay down for a bit. I feel like I just need to process this, and I like pick my arm up and wave it, and I'll just like trudge off.
Okay. So you go. You don't have access to the rooms yet. They're still trying to like kick people out.
I mean, this is just like being in a really fancy dorm room, so it's all right.
Yeah. So you just like go into like a corner, in like the library, and like lie down. What is everyone else doing? I'm going to say Astrid is working with Eos to make her a better shield chicken.
Oh, that's amazing.
Actually, before Astrid can do that, there is one person. Okay, it doesn't work.
Is gonna get some like charcoal dust and like put war paint on the shield chicken. Right
Love
And she just kind of like puffs up and caws, almost like looking like a velociraptor, like a little tiny velociraptor with a shield on her back.
Yeah. This chicken can do it. I believe in it.
Also, at this point, the nun who you were looking at, is no longer there. She actually turned into a Viera, one of those like rabbit people, um, with nice like a lot of hair, these nice round glasses. And then when she realized, it's like, oh, I forgot, I looked like Sister Frida. My name is actually Astrid. Nice
Did
to
you
meet you.
did
I
you do that on
see.
purpose, where she's a rabbit
don't-
person with a lot of hair? Or am I the only
There
one who
we
caught
go.
that? Sorry. I should be fired, I know.
Actually, they're different animals.
So Astrid and Fira are working with Eos, making her the best shield chicken she can be.
Yeah, Astrid, I can tell you're good people. Let's do this.
Yeah. Could you also help me with my bunny? She's slightly addicted to coffee.
Isn't that the normal how people like coffee? Is that not normal?
That's normal. The normal part is that she shot a disintegrate yesterday.
What? From
Had
coffee?
it was a lot of coffee.
I need that coffee.
It's so it's so good coffee. Peter has it. It's amazing.
Peter's here. Okay.
Oh my god, yeah, Peter's here. We all love Peter.
Hey, I know Peter. Peter
Was
has
he-
coffee. That's great. Okay. So we need to detox the rabbit and warrior the chicken, and we got to talk to Peter about coffee.
Yes. Oh my god, and she gives you a nice big hug too.
These are my favorite.
Uo, what are you doing?
He's watching the application of the war paint on the chicken, and he says, "I have seen this, but the markings are wrong. You'll have to do it again."
You're a cute kid. Whatever I was doing.
Just remember that the double line goes on the right. You'll know when it's important.
How do we know this?
Because I told you.
Where'd you get it from?
The stars. What star sign were you born under?
Are there like different astrology signs in the game than the normal ones?
Just
Oh, I'm
kinda
sure
making
there
this
are.
Sagittarius.
up. Jeremy, could you do me
Yes.
a small, inconsequential favor and switch over to the battle map?
It's
Just-
funny because I actually moved it when we were rolling all the dice. I just went ahead and moved it over there. So, done.
Not that we need it.
What could possibly go wrong?
I also need you to make
Fireball.
me a charisma saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
That I can do. Probably not, but we'll try it.
19. So you just kind of fall down on the library bench and you're like, this room is dumb. There's too many books and not enough sleeping things. But you eventually fall asleep. And you feel that pulling again. Although this time it doesn't feel like this is where it's supposed to go. It feels danger, Will Robinson, don't go there. I don't want to be pulled. And so you like wake up suddenly and you open your eyes. Where are you, my friend?
Far right.
Here we go. And standing right above you is this long, gaunt creature with a shepherd's cane, like ashen skin and massive gold horns that come across its side. And it
Oh
says,
God!
"Oh dear
oh.
me, are you alive?
Are you a professor? I'm. Rachel said it was okay if we just laid in here. We're resting for the before. What?
I humbly apologize. I did not realize you were alive. Are you sure you're alive? You don't seem very alive.
Well, Astrid and Ugo said I'm mostly dead, but that leaves some room for alive.
I see. Well, this poses a problem, doesn't it?
Not that I know of.
I have a proposition for you. You're mostly dead. Correct?
If that's what a proposition is, yes. Uh-oh.
No.
The interwebs.
Wouldn't you prefer to be all dead? Then you wouldn't feel bad.
I mean, I do feel weird. I'm not really sure that being all dead is the answer, though. That seems
Have you
oddly
tried it?
final.
I mean, nothing is final. How about you try it? Roz!
Welcome back, baby. Yay!
How about you try being all dead, and if you don't like it, I'll make you alive again.
How does that work?
How does being all dead work?
Yeah, and then how would I tell you that if I didn't want to be all dead, then I wouldn't be all dead?
Oh, I can speak to those who are all dead.
Is this a trick? Are you from Porta Fenice? And I'll sit up. Is this guy from Porta Fenice?
You're alone in the library.
Oh, just when you need some. No, this is usually how things are. Yeah. What? No. No, I don't really want to be dead. No.
And this definitely poses a problem. No.
Oh, the internet today. I don't have a problem being not dead. Just so you know, there's no problem.
What's your armor class?
15. Cause I don't have a shield right now.
So it looks, and even though you can't see its eyes, you can tell they've gone from. Whew,
Damn.
take a total of 35 points of damage.
That'll make me less mostly dead and just dead. Well, unconscious.
Unconscious.
But
No, but you do have undead.
oh, that's true. Do. You said 35, so it'd be 17.
Mm-hmm. No, you're unconscious.
The dice willeth it so.
Fira, you're outside with Astrid, getting all kinds of proper like raptor shield chicken techniques.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to be able to kick with the shield, and you hear Trahggeim talking to herself in her sleep, which she probably does all the time, but this is much more coherent. Like usually it's like, no, Jolly Rogers, off the port bow.
Pirates.
Fiddle.
I know.
Yeah. And now this is like an actual conversation with seemingly another person. And it goes from this kind of calm conversation to this massive yell of pain and anguish.
Astrid, more chicken, let's go! And I'm just gonna run in there and jump in.
Astrid will follow suit.
I've lost an arm today. I don't care if it's a real nightmare conversation. Like, no chances.
So the Ashit will follow suit. Uwo, what are you doing?
I'll be shaking my head further about the war paint, and will calmly follow, muttering something about how the sequences of events are never predictable. I must do more study on this.
Gotcha. So then
Perhaps it's the sign. Perhaps it's the sign of perhaps the chicken has a constellation.
I mean, Eos absolutely has Eos might even be a constellation.
Shrunk down.
Shrunk down.
That'd be
Yeah.
wicked.
Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty Livy's face. Chicken's face.
So you all walk in and you see this gaunt, bat-winged, ashen-skinned individual over Trahggeim,
It'll be fine.
channeling some sort of energy from her. I'm just going to go ahead and say roll initiative, unless you all want to engage in a
Social
nice
encounter.
social
Yeah.
encounter with the Nightmare Shepherd.
Does Firebolt count as a social instructor?
I think it does. I think it does.
And yeah,
Translate
Okay,
this.
okay. Right. Translate this. Boom.
Trahggeim,
Yes.
if you would do the initiative.
Oh, would you like me to roll initiative?
Oh, yes, you are technically still in the combat. And then Fira, on your character in the bottom 1 through like 0, the first one should be an initiative button.
Okay, the chevron looking things.
Yeah.
I did it twice, sorry.
Oh, no worries. In. Beautiful. So then we're gonna start combat. Astrid again is gonna be like, no! And she is going to yell out a healing word to you. A word that only you know. And this word is in fact, unfortunately, because I am playing Astrid, Teal.
That's totally fair.
Oh, she is not going to yell out a healing word because she has
spells.
not updated her spell list. So we'll
Ah.
say yes, she has a healing word. So you heal 7 hit points.
Okay.
As the thing looks down at you and then looks at Astrid. It's like,
Oh, he's still here. Have you met our new professor?
yes, I am your new professor at Porta Temporea. How are you all doing?
He's also a dick.
Fira, it is now your turn. How would you like to engage
Firebolt.
your new professor?
Don't trust it. Oh, where's the button? Okay, did it work?
Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit. So it like starts floating over to you with its hand raised, like it's gonna shake your hand, and you just huck a firebolt right in his face.
Disagree. Boom.
Yep. And it lets out this like pained yell. Poor Nightmare Shepherd, you were just trying to be, I guess, a Nightmare Shepherd.
He's being so polite. There we
Yes,
go, being
being
mean.
rather polite. And once again, even though there are no eyes, you can tell they're staring daggers at you. Trahggeim.
I'm gonna sit up and try and figure out what's going on. Insight check?
Yeah, you can do an insight. You can do an insight check on the new professor.
Okay.
You can do a religion check
Oh my
at.
god.
Here's the thing: Porta Temporea is the best school, so they have the harshest professors, right? Everything they do is a test of your ability. Even
This is a
putting
test.
this is a test. Um, I mean, so it's up to you. Like, how do you think this new professor would want you to pass the test?
Well, I haven't met this professor before, and they haven't told us they're learning like the whole you got to be one with the creature, or just run in there and stab it, or whatever.
I
So
mean,
I don't know.
they did tell you that if you
Right,
die, it'll be easy
right.
for you.
So I will let everyone know that obviously this is our death teacher or whatever, and that you should just let him kill you, because that's like, being one with the monster, or just running in and stabbing it, and I'll look all proud that I figured it out.
Did I have that class? I don't feel like I had that class. I feel like that's not a real thing.
That's not, no, that's not a real. That's not a real thing at all.
That'll be my
No,
amazing turn.
I'm gonna tell Trahggeim that's not a real thing.
But like, ask Uo and like his wait, was that your teacher? No, the blue mage, whoever the blue mage's teacher was or chose that day. Be one with the monster.
No B1 with death is dead, right?
Right.
That's not good. That is not good.
The gears are like slowly turning in there, you can see.
Should I get him again? Do you want me to get him again?
Oh my gosh. Well, Chaz
Oh.
is just going crazy over here with things showing up all over. So maybe you should get those things. They
So
look terrible.
it looks around and it just says, "I was trying to do this diplomatically, but clearly I have no choice." And it raises the staff, and from the various shadows rise, yep, 5 shadows, and they're looking around. Uo,
Oh boy.
Let's see here. Uo is still muttering something about sequences. And he mutters something about Peter. But now Peter's not here, but what about the paint? And he's putting cards up, kind of held aloft in the air through magical means, laying out a spread, and he's going to banish the Nightmare Shepherd as he draws the last card to fix the spread.
mm-hmm.
To be a charisma save.
Charisma save.
He can choose to fail it if he likes.
He
could,
can. But I think, no, not you, Shadow. Nightmare Shepherd, charisma save with advantage.
Meh.
Yeah, and then the cards drop to the ground, and Uo's kind of shuffling them up, and then muttering to himself, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. That rug looks nice. In turn.
Let's see. Shadow 2. Gonna run over here to you, Uo.
Uh-oh.
Let me see. How close are you to the Nightmare Shepherd? Just made it. Does a 17
Ooh.
hit?
A 17, like a
That's
1-7.
a 1-7.
I don't know. Probably. I mean, I'm gonna say no, but that might be a lie.
It might do it.
Yeah.
So you take 9 necrotic,
Damn.
and your strength is reduced by 4.
Okay. That is unfortunate. I have a strength of 4.
Oh God.
Yeah. I'm a little person.
It's
Astrid. Cool. What can you do? You need to do a big thing now, and I don't know what it is you have that can be considered a big thing.
Meteor Swarm. Sorry, Mateo.
I mean, we could just bring in Celine and have her like destroy the entire.
Right? Existence.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my plan.
Okay. She is going to Chaos Bolt the shadow number 3. That's what she's gonna do. Okay, that will definitely hit.
Zot.
Does 10 force damage to this one right here. Fira.
So, is there a way to hit a 30-foot circle that gets the Nightmare Shepherd and then the 3 shadows next to Astrid?
If you pop it.
So I'm considering Dawn. Just try to knock a couple out.
I think if you get Shadow 4, you would get Astrid in, but you could get Shadow, the Nightmare Shepherd, and Shadow 2 with Dawn.
I would like to do that. Cast Dawn.
Let me see what Dawn.
We're in an escalative mood right now.
The light shines on the location until the spell ends. 30-foot cylinder. Oh, good God. I'm like, so then let me roll for all my friends. So the Nightmare Shepherd is going to roll. Is it a con save? It is a con save. You're a connie, right? You are actually pretty conning.
Not that Connie. Damn.
You. See what you can do. Con save and throw. And so then you see the Nightmare Shepherd really doesn't like it, but like does its best to like stay in. The 2 shadows that were next to it though, instantly are just like disintegrated.
Oh, that's too bad.
Good.
And it looks at you, like fixed on you for its vengeance now, because you're just like messing up its entire day.
Don't hurt people. Stop it.
Shadow 3 is also going to attack Uo.
Uh-oh.
But this one misses as you're like aware of how they move.
It was foreseen.
Trahggeim.
Okay, I totally get that this is a test and we're supposed to kill these things. So I'm going to leave it on this table over here. Yeah. And run over to this one. and then realize I only have one arm and feel very sad. But I will try and swing my sword.
So as you run past it, it takes a swipe at you, but it's so discombobulated from the dawn. It
Right.
also swings its staff at you at the same time. And they bump into each other, and its staff goes shooting right past you next to Shadow 4.
Gotcha.
So right in front of you is a staff,
Yeah.
and there's Shadow 4.
So I'm going to pick up the staff.
When you do, you hear it say, "No!"
And I'll shake it. Yes! And I'm going to turn back towards the teacher and be like, you dropped this. Did it say no, or did the staff say no?
The teacher, the teacher said no.
Okay, then I will shake it back at him and say,
Give me an insight check.
13.
I mean, without looking at something's eyes, it's kind of hard to get an insight on it.
Yeah.
It does look concerned. Like, it was dead set on Fira. Which a lot of, like, things are dead set on Fira for various reasons.
Right.
But now, like, all of its attention is on you.
Okay. I'm going to turn. I'm just feeling grumpy today. I'm going to turn and try and boop the shadow on the head with the staff, like pointedly, like look at him, and then go and boop the shadow.
Roll to hit. Just a straight up strength check.
8. Unless I get my proficiency. And then it's 11.
I mean, hold up. That might be enough for a shadow. What is a shadow's age? Nope, it's 12.
Of course.
It's weighted all weird, and like there's no heft to it, and
but I have extra attack.
Oh yeah.
We've gotten to that point. Let's try this again. That would be a 21.
So roll me 2d6 and 4d12.
Did either of those go through?
No.
Okay.
Although no, Astral is very much slowing down right now.
Hooray!
I will say, and I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah. No. That.
Okay. Did you get him?
Yeah. Just the like.
So
you hit it, and it doesn't really have like a. There's nothing to stop the staff, but once it's like inside it, it just like disintegrates, evaporates.
I'll jump a little. I wasn't expecting that. Sorry.
The Night Shepherd's gonna say, wait, hold up, wait, stop. How about we just talk?
Is this a trick? Or is this another part of the test?
No, this is no test. How about we just sit and talk?
I mean, I don't look convinced. I don't know if anyone else does.
That's its turn. It's gonna spend its time trying to convince you all not to attack it. Shadow 1, which is gone. Shadow 4, also gone. Shadow 5 will walk up to Fira, but then when it sees that it's not supposed to attack, it won't. Uo.
You know, I'm tempted to do a large number of things. And while I have the impulse to do so, I think that the wisest course of action is moon laser from space. And I'm gonna center it, I don't know, like right here on that
sorry.
guy.
Sorry, one more time. I couldn't see the ping. Okay.
On this little point right here.
So then,
So yeah, I'm just gonna blast a laser from space into his face, dealing 17 points of radiant damage.
alrighty.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And, leaning up against the bookcase to look cool over there.
Astrid is gonna look around and say, like, are we killing the thing?
I think we're supposed to. It's a test.
All right, good enough for me. And Astrid will once again Chaos Bolt.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that slight hesitation did distract Astrid, and she does miss. Fira, so the thing, once the staff was out of its hand, it kind of gave up. It surrendered. It was like, I'm so sorry. I just kind of want to talk. Its hands are up, even though it's like in the dawn and the moonbeam from space. It is just being pelted with radiant magic. It is your go. What shall you do?
And the thing stopped behind me, right? You said it didn't attack?
Did not attack.
Okay. Well, Trahggeim's away from the bad teacher.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is a good opportunity for socialization. What do you want?
Shadow 3. It's gonna say, I apologize. I came because I'm being chased by someone, and I defend myself with undead. I heard the undead, and I thought your friend was undead because she's undead, but then she wasn't undead, and so I didn't mean for this to happen. Trahggeim, you're hearing your teacher ramble.
I'm gonna run over this way and look at him and boop this one on the head.
Roll to hit.
22.
I'm just gonna say it's dead.
It's been booped.
It's
Good
been
job.
And after I boop, then I'm like watching him, like to see what he does.
He's looking. He doesn't seem very disheartened by the loss of his shadows.
Okay. I can't tell if we're doing well in this test or not. What do you think, Astrid? And I'm gonna end my turn.
He's gonna say, I'm so sorry. Watch, and he will dismiss Shadow 3.
Oh.
Tests are so confusing.
I was like, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't mean to attack. I really need help. Oh, wait a minute. It's also gonna take a crap ton of damage. Like a shit ton of damage.
Oh.
Because it's been a moon laser and a dawn.
Consort.
Oh.
High
Let's take
five,
care of that.
sun and moon. Boop. Let's get it. Ooh, it's an air 5 because you're far away. It's an air 5.
So let's do the dawn first, because so that's half, so it's still another like 16 damages. No, dawn was 20. And then what about the moon laser?
Wow.
No, it takes the full 17.
Ooh. For someone who's being chased, you don't do very well with, I think this is a test. What? Why are you standing in that still?
I'm hoping you'll stop it. You can see like his skin is starting to like flake and disintegrate as the radiant damage is just destroying his very core.
That's pretty gross. You should not do that.
I'm just. If you just-
I'll dismiss my Don because although the shadows are gone, we can take them. It'd be fine. So I'll send my Don away.
He's like, thank you. And he looks at you, Uo, almost like a pleading in his non-existent eyes.
Do I know what this thing is?
Give me an Arcana check or a religion at disadvantage. It's a lower DC.
For religion or arcana?
For
Can I
religion.
see if I know what it is?
Okay. Arcana.
Same thing. Arcana or religion.
Arcana is a 12.
Okay, so Uo, this really isn't ringing any bells. Especially what you research, like stars. This is not making sense. Like what it's doing is like searching for undead and it's being chased, but it was chasing you. Yeah, it's not ringing any bells. Fira though, you've seen some shit, and you've actually heard of nightmare shepherds. They are essentially fiends. Fiends that precisely what he said. Like it looks for undead, and it just shepherds their undeads, and they do these for various reasons. Usually it's for a sense of like safety, as they control undeads. Sometimes they do it out of like maliciousness. Someone attacked them, and so they raise this army to have retribution. The interesting thing is, undead shepherds or nightmare shepherds have not been seen on this planet for a while. Essentially, once Porta Temporea got control of the teleportation magic, they also got control of like planar travel, and so they have been policing it. And so nightmare shepherds really don't get through very often.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it'd be like, why are you even here? There hasn't been one of you in forever. Why did you run here?
I know, but she's coming. Like, can't you feel? She's already here. Wherever she
Who's
is,
she?
the world just the Lady of War and Destruction.
I'll perk up a little.
Have a name? Lady so and so?
I dare not speak her name lest you know that I'm actually here.
You want to write it down? Or should I get the dawn out again?
No, I'll write it. And it picks up the candelabra, the candle, and starts like taking the wax and like trying to write its name in the wax. For funsies, I'm just gonna make a dex check because it is a candle on a wooden table, and I'm not saying it's gonna burn down the inn. Okay, 19. That's fine. It succeeds in not burning down the inn. But it starts writing, and it writes a W. Then it writes an A, and then it does one line straight down, and then it just stops. And you've never seen a demon shake, but you see it like look up, and he's like, I gotta go. I cannot stay here. I have to go.
Okay. Bye.
But before it leaves, a woman appears right in front of all of you, or right behind him, or it, I should say. It has these black wings, heavy, heavy armor, and this kind of magical, like glowing, ethereal chain.
I'll lean over to Fira. Should I go boop her?
Is she in radius of the moonbeam?
She is behind the moonbeam.
Damn.
Oh, wait, did you keep the moonbeam up?
Well, I was gonna bargain with him, but I mean,
Ruthless.
I'm happy to incinerate him. I mean, that other person looks also equally incineratable. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should I incinerate this guy?
I mean, he looks pretty terrified. Maybe
Well-
not, but maybe it's part of the
My
lesson.
focus is on like not part of the lesson, but I want to know who this like hot Valkyrie lady is because I don't think it's good.
Right, well, I will have then moved as a bonus action. Is it a bonus action or an action? I think it's an action, maybe. I'll have moved it over here. I'll look that up.
Gotcha.
So it's still going.
But just not on the Nightmare
Oh,
Shepherd
but-
right now.
with the intent of him knowing that it could be back on there, no problem.
Gotcha. And so it kind of does that thing where you like turn around, but you don't want to see what's behind you. but
Right.
You slowly do. And she says, well, well, well. I finally found you. Come with me. I think there's someone who wants to see you. And then his head like snaps back to all of you like pleading.
Hey, our teacher was in the middle of teaching us something. What are you doing?
Your teacher. Are you referring to this creature?
Yeah.
Tell him, Trahggeim.
Your teacher is needed elsewhere for a bit. Don't worry.
Oh, well, yeah, that's understandable. See you later.
And she slowly wraps the chains around its hand. Like deliberately slowly. Like just sadistically slowly.
That's
Just to remind.
mean. Can't wait till the end of the lesson. Jeez. Are you the sub?
Yeah, I wasn't done with him, so I'm just going to move the moonbeam on her. Moon laser
Oh
from
my
space. Because I'm not done with him.
And how wide is Moon Laser from space again? 5 feet?
Is it 5
It's
feet?
5
So
feet,
if I
okay.
put it here,
Like he won't get hit, but she will.
correct. Yeah, she will be in moon lasers.
Gotcha. So let me see. What is her? Oh dear God.
Well,
Well.
there's always next time.
So she still takes half, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me moon laser it up from space.
You gotta let that
roll-
shit charge. Like, it can't just, like, fire off. It's gotta, like, make funny noises first before it can
Oh
shoot.
wow, that's really lame. Well, she takes 1 point of radiant.
And dies. No?
And
Not so much?
the radiant diamond. She goes, "Oh, what a world!" Ah! No, she looks at you and says, "I'm not sure if this is a greeting or an attack."
I am not done with him.
Unfortunately,
He's teaching us. If you want to show us how good a teacher you are, you should respond well to this situation. Or you can just leave him to teach us. I mean, we're almost done, but it's important.
Yeah, and what class do you teach? Why are all these new teachers here today?
there is someone who needs his presence. How was he teaching you, by the way?
I mean, if we tell you it's test compromise, you could tell other students. That's not okay.
Oh. I've never thought of that, Fury. You're so smart.
I got you, girl. We can just finish the lesson and you can take it. What's the deal? Is it gonna kill anything for them to finish?
When you say that, she looks and like just kind of chuckles and says, "Quite possibly." When the lady is stood up, when the lady gets mad, there are many things that do in fact die.
Who's the lady? Is that like
Girl
your principal?
power.
Or are you from a different school?
I am not a teacher. I am simply an envoy.
An envoy of the lady.
Of
Where's the lady from?
Give me a charisma check.
Yeah.
I'm really pulling it out of my ass right now, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. Charisma. It's not bad. Let's see. Just click that. Right?
Yeah, 15. So she looks at you, and she did have this like very stern look on her face, almost like she wasn't even looking at you. She was looking like right behind you and to the left. But when you say that, she looks at you and says, I've never found someone to be so have such a stand-up attitude for their teacher. I think the lady might like you."
I already go to this school. Like, I don't want to go to a different school, but I appreciate your clear judgment.
And then she will undo the ropes, and then she'll like take 2 steps back, and sit down and say, "You know what? Finish your lesson. I'm sure the lady can wait 5 more minutes."
Great. All right, teach. Do your thing. I don't look at Trahggeim like, I need to leave.
And the teacher's gonna like look at you and say, "Class 2. So we're talking about interdimensional transport," and you hear behind him, "No, you're not."
No, yes. Yes. What was that again, please? Teacher, sensei.
We we're talking about, and he's gonna run.
I'm gonna look at the stick in my hand and be like, "Oh, is that what this thing did? Was send them to another dimension? Wait, where are you going? Is he teleporting himself to another dimension?" As he runs out the door.
Oh wow, Fira. This Eriness was so impressed by you, she actually put down her sword, and so when it ran, she had to like go and reach it, and thereby missed the Nightmare Shepherd.
Ooh.
It's gonna run to you and try to get the staff out of your hand. What do you?
No. I'm gonna do a
Contest.
contested, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do athletics.
Oh. So it runs up and tries, and it looks at you, and you're like,
What?
No.
Yeah, I'm very confused.
Oh wait, you only has one hand.
That's true.
That's a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
So it rips the staff out of your hand.
Hey, that's my new booping stick.
And says, "Actually, did it have to dash to get here? That's the key thing."
I don't think so.
Did not, no. Then it says, "I'm so sorry."
Why?
And disappears.
I'm gonna wave my now empty hand out in front of me because Rachel did just run into me while being invisible, so not all that weird. But when I apparently don't hit anything, I'm gonna assume he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Took the staff, disappeared. No, nothing when you reach out.
I'm gonna sigh and look at Astrid and Fira and Uo. I don't understand today's lesson at all.
Teacher this week. What's this school coming to?
What's this school coming to indeed? The Enrius like stands up, longsword in hand. Is this your teacher, the one that ran away?
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah. He started her lesson right here. We were all outside. We had to run in for it. They don't even let you know when it's coming anymore.
He was going to teach us about interdimensional travel.
I'm sure he was. I need, let's say, Fira, because you're the one who caught the Enrius's eye.
Oh, jeez.
Give
Okay.
me-
Where's the war chicken leader?
Oh yeah, Eos is still flapping. Oh, speaking of which, this is what we're gonna do. Eos is the calm one, but she
Okay.
is still essentially like one being along with Celine. So how calm are you right now, Eos? Let's do a con save. You've never seen Eos as jittery as Celine. But right now, Eos is kind of doing that thing Celine does where it kind of phases from place to place. Fira, I would like you to make either a persuasion or a deception check.
Okay. This one.
I don't know if that's good or bad for you. We're about to find out.
A good number. I haven't rolled that high yet. I was hoping it's good.
I mean, it's good in that it did what you wanted it to do. So the
Oh
Empress is
no.
going to
Oh,
walk
but
up
she
to
wants
you.
to recruit me to the club.
And she looks you up and down and says, "You are of rare stock. You are quite impressive." The
Honey,
lady,
I already told you I got a school.
the
I
lady
will
aboard
lean
the
in
structure-
though. I will lean
Uh-huh.
in and be just like, just so you know, she doesn't know how to fight. She just uses magic. Just so you know.
I'm gonna like side eye real nasty.
You do remember that Trahggeim's not a big fan of magic because you should just get in there with your hands and take care of stuff.
Yeah, hashtag firebolt.
She doesn't know how to fight, huh? I have an idea. How about you use some of your magic on her? Just one spell so I could see what your potential is.
Ooh, I have a spell.
I will start laughing for a moment and then I'll think about the sunbeam thing she just did, which I don't remember her being able to do. And then I kind of get a little more nervous.
I'm gonna put her in a watery sphere, and I'm gonna be like, "Volcanoes rule. This is what your water looks like." Blah 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 blah. Firebolt, wing roller, and I don't need to boop anyone with a stick. There's no damage in that one, right? I was pretty sure there's no damage.
No damage, no.
Okay, good. Yeah, so watery sphere, and I'm gonna tell her that all her pirateness.
The Enriness like laughs hysterically and it's like, "Oh, you are she is definitely going to like you.
Oh god.
Don't worry, I will be back. I need to take care of something, but as soon as I find your teacher, was it? I'll be back to find you. Good day." And she walks out the door.
I'll dismiss this.
So I'm assuming I heard that, but it was like, you know, like underwater.
It was garbled
version.
and yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna like see if she's not. Are you guys serious right now? Your death teacher, death teacher.
I mean, we've had some
40
really
years old.
weird
I had to tell
teachers.
her I was a student.
She is.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we've had some really weird. There was a guy who took us to kill a dead dragon. It was weird. We've had really weird teachers.
Rachel, where's Rachel?
You yell at
Did
Rachel
you
comes like running in like, wait, what happened? Why is the ground wet? What did you all do? Do I have to pay for
What
this
is
too?
wrong with your school?
First of all, this is your school, not mine. I just work there.
I just work there. I'm about to water his hair all over again. Oh my gosh.
Second of all, what do you mean wrong with my school?
So I'm gonna list. We kill dead dragons. We have death teachers. We're okay with this weirdness to a point that people show up and kill us, and we're okay with that because that's teacher,
Kill
not a
dead
teacher.
dragon. First of all, I don't know who killed Dead Dragon. That sounds like Ura and his like weirdness. Ura's weird. Second of all, Death Teacher? What is that? Some like joke you all have about what was her name? The warrior teacher? Because that's not nice. She's not a death teacher, all right? She teaches like warrior training. And second, like you know what?
Rachel. I'm gonna rub her hair.
Right?
A nightmare shepherd just showed up and tried to kill Trahggeim, and Trahggeim believed them because teachers are just weird and show up and test like that. Is this normal? This is where we're at, that we just die because it might be a test? Is this cool?
3 things you said just like it was a roller coaster of emotions for Rachel. You were like a nightmare shepherd. She's like, wait, what? And then you're like, just showed up to kill Trahggeim. You're like, oh, not again. And then you said Trahggeim believed it. And she was like, you gotta be kidding me. She's been everywhere, and she's really trying to like suss out all her emotions right now.
I appreciate Rachel.
Yeah.
She's good.
So she's like, if a nightmare shepherd, that's not good. That's really not good. So we need to figure this out. Why is a nightmare shepherd trying to kill Trahggeim? And Trahggeim, and she walks up to you, and she's gonna slap you. And like, it hits you. It doesn't really hurt because like Rachel is quite powerful, but she's powerful in the magic. She is of slight build, and so like there's no like weight behind it. But you can feel it was like the most I'm disappointed in you slap you've ever got, and you've gotten a lot of those slaps.
I'm gonna look at Fira a little embarrassed.
Like, what are you doing? People don't just show up to kill you, and that's not a test. You have to like believe in your life. Your life is not worth dying, even for this school.
Is this a test?
No. And she looks at you, Kara, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm going to
Kill you.
actually going to kill this one."
Oh, what do the stars say?
That is a good question.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
Well, there are means to delve into the mysteries that are the stars, and as they align in the sky against planetary movements. It would take me some time. We're completely out of sequence. There was a giant thing, a giant perhaps, or a I don't know. It happens though.
I'm gonna be looking at Uo like, what? I think this is the first time that Uo's never had an answer.
Right, with all this jibber jabber, Uo.
Wow.
I think Astrid will give Rachel the chicken. That feels like an Astrid thing to do. Rachel is clearly upset. A nightmare shepherd. Rachel will step in and like slowly close the door. may need to take a field trip of sorts, an excursion. Fira, how much time do you have on your hands? Are you willing to stay a little while longer after?
I have all of the time now, Rachel. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we there might be a problem, and a problem bigger than Porta Temporea.
Good. Well, if I'm going to be involved in an adventure, it better be a big adventure.
This'll be a big one, all right. You know what? I think you all should rest up, get ready for the Trask hunt, and after that, get something. Buy something warm. We're going into the mountains.
Like a cup of coffee?
No, like a 3-layered, internally heated parka.
Oh, not just like anything more. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna like start heading out.
Oh, sweetie.
And then as you head out, she's like, "Oh, and by the way, remember Peter? Do not tell Peter anything." Got it?
What? Okay.
She walks back and she says, Uo, could you do me a
Yes.
favor?
Yes.
I'd like you to look in at the stars. Specifically, anything that has to do with gods, religion, or time.
Or time.
I have a hunch. And I would ask your professor, but she's been on a tear lately with the power of the stars and how there have been people messing with the stars, and so you cannot trust the stars anymore. I honestly think she just wants a vacation. And so she's like, I can't use my magic, so I'm just going away. But that's just
Actually, the real problem is that she only sees one star and not all of them. The sun is not all the stars, and the sun is not a constellation.
This is true. The sun is not a constellation, but she sees all the stars. She just focuses on that like one star.
Well, that's really short-sighted, isn't it?
She did say she focused on that star because it was the closest one. So short-sighted might be the best way to describe it.
Uo nods solemnly. While he does that, he holds out a form, a library form, and flashes a cherubic smile.
Well, I did just hear that Uso is to be set free.
It was foreseen.
Picks up and signs of the library form.
Yes. Uo is super thrilled and tucks that away into his satchel.
You have won the game, John.
It is late night. Rachel is now back pleading with the owner of the inn to take more money and not report Porta Temporea for warping the wood of the library.
Like singeing a large hole in the middle of
through
right.
the roof. What will you all be doing tonight? Tomorrow is the Trask hunt, which you know is going to be sabotaged in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
You now have access to the library. Rachel, who is accepting of a lot of things, is very nervous that a nightmare shepherd made its way here.
I feel like I
And
would be. Oh, go ahead.
just a reminder from last week, uh, the real Sister Frida went to talk with the mayor.
Who's allegedly dead.
Well,
Yeah,
we thought he was allegedly dead, but then somebody was like, "No, I'm talking to him right now," and supposedly he's still there. So, I feel like I'm going to spend some time trying to figure out how to do this like one armed fighting thing, because the other one is not helping out whatsoever. It just lays there and is probably starting to smell a little funky.
yeah.
Or maybe that's me.
It's hard to tell which
Not sure.
one on.
Yeah. So for a while I'll practice with my sword, which isn't too weird, and then I'll practice with just my shield, and that just seems silly. But I'll bring both with me anyway.
Eos will follow you with the shield.
Excellent.
Uo, what are you doing tonight?
I will go outside to observe the stars, and we'll commune with the stars, which I will cast as a ritual. So I'll spend a good 10-15 minutes out there setting up and doing my astronomy.
And what spell are you casting?
Commune.
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 Let's see. Uh-huh. Alrighty. So you go out there and you set up your cards, and it's a more in-depth way of communicating with the stars than you're used to doing. So you're like kind of figuring out, I was like, does this go here? No, it needs to turn 2 degrees. That's perfect. Eventually, you are able to commune with the stars. What is question the first?
Is the mayor dead?
No.
My second question will be: is Alshambo an agent of this queen?
When you say this queen, you're referring to
The demon queen, the war queen.
no.
And for my third question, is time misaligned?
No.
Gather up my cards and chew on all of that and go back to the inn and order a whiskey.
And it's difficult because when you walk up, they're like, aren't you like the daughter of that professor? And at some point, the professor is like, no, he's one of my students.
I assure you, I am of legal age. And I'll flash a big cherubic smile.
And they say, whatever, it's if Rachel vouches for you, then that's good enough for us. And so you do in fact get a whiskey.
Excellent. I will ponder the mysteries of the universe as I drink some whiskey to take the edge off of having communed with the stars for the first time.
You get the feeling that there is one more question you can ask for some reason.
Oh. Do I know what that question is?
You just get one more rather than the 3 you were expecting. There's enough energy to ask one more.
He will sit like super stiff up in his stool and run to get the others.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't protest, drag them back outside to the night sky.
Well, then first, let's see what Fira is doing tonight.
Fira is very tempted to update the chicken's war paint, but it's going to depend on what Uo comes back with, because I'm on the fence now about listening, considering. And then I'm going to be hyping up Trahggeim, like, you got this, girl, let's go. I'll throw a mug at you. You just block it, okay? Boot. And I'm going to hype and train. You got to hit the mug. You don't let it hit. Yes, there we go. Hit the mug. Okay. Here's another one. Slow ball. Boot.
Oh. I keep doing this, but I don't have a right hand.
It's like memories of when you both were younger,
Right.
and just training, having fun. Eos is like just walking around, flapping and clucking, and
I've thrown her some mugs too, so she's like, "Yeah, get it, girl." Boom.
She like whenever you
That's
throw, she like
chicken.
turns around and blocks it.
That's awesome.
I'm getting a little jealous of Eos. Eos seems to be doing better than I am.
And while you all are training, Uo like runs out, grabs you, and pulls you towards the spot that he was doing his commune spell.
He's gonna mark out like a star, which is kind of in a void where a few constellations align. And he looks at you all. He's very serious, and he says, "It can only be a yes or no answer. So you must think about this very, very carefully. What is it that you want to know?"
Rachel.
Rachel comes out with a glass of wine and a bottle of wine.
I was gonna say not two. Rude.
Well, technically, she comes up with 3: a glass of wine, bottle of wine, and a Mage Hand bottle of wine.
Amazing.
She's like, What's going on?"
Oh, tell her the thing.
I will also demonstrate to Rachel the star, where these constellations kind of group around, and tell her that the answer is either yes or no. But the question is something, and I've seen this before. What is it that you want to know?
Is the world in danger?
He will kind of roll it, his eyes in the back of his head, and he'll kind of stare vacantly up at the star.
Oh, gross. Don't do that. That's... Oh,
And,
never do
and
that
ask
again.
if the world is in danger.
Rather than a yes or a no, you see what appears to be a hellscape of just like fire and explosions and ruins, broken down villages. And as the fire subsides, you see nothingness.
I totally thought you were just going to say he saw the constellation of a thumbs up,
A thumbs up.
which would have been, you know.
Yeah, pretty much it.
The magic 8-ball rolls up. Yeah,
Slow roll.
it is certain. So this is more profound than just a yes or no. This is something.
Yep.
This is a certain view into the future. Correct?
Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana.
And when you come out of it, I've got my eyes closed, and I'm just like, oh my god, stop it. It's so gross. Make him stop.
Can I see any stars in the sky there? Are there stars?
There are stars. It is not a certain future, though. Very few things are certain. And then when they are certain, you can create a separate timeline.
So it's a sequence.
It is a possibility of danger on a level that exceeds normal fortune telling, normal astrology, normal seeing abilities.
Oh.
This is, with a 17, you would know, like, this is not a city being burned. This is the world being burned, possibly the universe being burned. This is an end to a thing.
So most important question, are any stars missing?
4 stars are in fact missing.
Huh. All of that is bad. He'll foam at the mouth a little bit and come back into consciousness. I look very gravely at Rachel, and nods very solidly.
How bad?
4 stars are missing.
Is that good or bad?
That is always bad.
Bad.
I mean, in theory, in practice, if you were to remove stars and create new constellations, I mean, there are all sorts of possibilities. Oh, hold on.
You know,
it's bad.
I don't think.
Did the lady do it? Sorry.
That's a good question.
We keep hearing about this lady. Now we got bad news. Did the lady do it, Uo?
I did not see the lady. But I can tell you with certainty that Duchambeau is not an agent of the lady. And that the mayor is indeed alive.
To Rachel say, I think that perhaps tomorrow we should not do the Trahggeim.
Oh, come on. Why is everybody always ruining my fun?
Catch a mug first, girl.
Okay, throw one at me right now. I'm ready.
Boo!
Oh, God.
Oh, it was so close that time. It was so close.
If it makes you feel better, I'll see if I can postpone it, especially because we have evidence that it's going to be tampered with anyway. I don't know how long we can postpone it. You know, Trahggeim aren't really big on scheduling.
Wait. What if this is the tampering that Uso saw, and or Uo, too many U names. Uo, what if this is the tampering that we saw, and Uo's just seeing Porta Finis trying to ruin our fun time tomorrow with the Trahggeim?
Oh no, this is not destruction at the level that a Trahggeim could rain upon a world.
But what about not having a Trahggeim level of destruction?
Mind
Well, it has been foreseen that the Tarrasque shall cause incredible damage.
Yes.
But the Tarrasque is not the problem.
Up to you, but I do think we should take care of this sooner rather than later. You all should get to bed. Tomorrow's going to be a long day, no matter what we decide.
Okay. I'm going to wander off and wave my severed hand at everybody. And then realize
Please.
everyone except for, you know. Actually, Fira, do you need a place to stay?
Absolutely.
Because we've got our dorm room, which is amazing. Peter was the last one who slept there, though. It kind of smells. But it's okay. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
It's okay. You can clean things with fire. I'll make it work.
So you make your way back to Porta Temporea, get in your dorm. Rachel bids you all good night and goes to her quarters. And you open your door only to find a snoring Peter in your bed, Trahggeim. And I think that's where we'll call it.
Just walk in and just swat him out of the way with my arm.
Actually, no, yeah.
The thing's gonna fall apart.
You wake him up and he's like, "Hey, where have you been?" And that's where.
I gotta go to bed.
So, yay. You're still level 9. You're not leveling again.
We've
But-
all survived another day.
You stumbled upon a end of the world doomsday type scenario,
I'm
apparently.
sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. Like, who needs the world anyway?
It's probably fine.
The mean, dark-eyed Valkyrie lady person.
Who appreciated the sass, though.
Oh,
She was like,
good.
I like the cut of your jib. Yes.
What's a jib? Ah.
Yeah, you have gotten the attention of apparently the Lady of War and Destruction.
See, I'm actually all about that.
Yeah.
Maybe
why
none of us should talk to her. Maybe
Vera?
none of us.
Pharaoh, why did you steal my thunder? I wanted to be chosen by the Lady of War and Destruction.
You weren't chosen at all.
God.
Maybe we just don't ever talk to her again. All of us. Never talk to her again. Maybe we do that.
Fine.
Have our own mini war and destruction club. Yeah? The weird Valkyrie people.
I'll hold my
around.
hand up to high
Yeah,
five.
let's do that.
Peter would love to join that.
You're just
I look
gonna
at
have to
Peter and
audition. I
say,
remember.
"There's right, and there's a membership fee."
Coffee? Huh?
Like I got a nod, and I'm like, "That doesn't sound good." Oh my God, I'm dead.
Oh gosh.
That was the moment,
When you realize, why do I not want coffee?
right?
Yeah, that's gonna be a rough time for you. A rough time. And then Selena's gonna eat all the coffee and you won't have any. You're not friends with Selena anymore because that was your bond.
Right? Well, this is more coffee for me to share with her.
True. So yeah, we will be back next week when we either go on a Tarrasque hunt or we follow Rachel and her idea for stopping the end of the world, preventing the end of the world, slowing down the end of the world a couple of days.
I mean, the only one who's allowed to end the world is me. So,
Mhm.
yes,
You make
we're
it sound
gonna
like
have to
one
stop.
of those choices is better than the other.
Right.
Nah,
Go to the
nah.
Tarrasque hunt to save the world.
Well then, thank you all so much, and we will see you next week.
Cool. Thanks, Chaz. Thanks,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.